what's up? Welcome to my channel. I'm so happy that you decided to join me today, and if you clicked on this video then you might be interested in Auburn and college and those kinds of things, and that's exactly what we're going to be talking about. I wanted to tell you all the reasons why you should go to Auburn University. Well, not all the reasons, because if I told you all the reasons we would be here for days, but I'm going to break it down into quick 5 basic reasons on why I think if you're trying to decide on a college or university to go to, even if you're like in middle school, high school, a transfer student, or even a parent, looking for places that you think, your child might want to go, Auburn's the place for you, and I'm going to tell you why, and I'm going to break it down in this video. And just so you know a little bit of background about me, I'm from Alabama. I'm from Lower Alabama. I went to a very small school, and I went to Auburn University in 2015, and I had quite the time trying to decide on what I wanted to major in, what I wanted to do with my life. And there are just so many opportunities at Auburn for like career-wise, and it was really hard for me to narrow it down. But if you've never been to my channel before, I ended up majoring in finance and also in political science. Now you can do a thing where you get 1 degree, and that's called like a double major, and you get, I believe it's like 120 credit hours, but it'll say like finance and political science on the degree. But I wanted 2 separate ones, and so to do that you have to have at least 150 credit hours, and so it's called concurrent degree. So have a degree in finance and then a degree in political science, and I did graduate in 4 years from Auburn, and it's amazing. So I graduated from the College of Liberal Arts and also the College of Business, and I just wanted to tell you guys why I love Auburn, why I believe in Auburn. Now, when I was at Auburn, there were definitely times where I questioned myself and where I went to school, if I would have been happier going somewhere like in a big city, or even going to like a smaller college. But ultimately Auburn was the perfect place for me, and I think it can be the perfect place for anyone, and I just wanted to tell you why. And after this video, if you have any questions, please comment down below or slide into my Instagram DMs. I would love to help you out in any way that I can, or point you in the right direction. The first reason that I believe that Auburn is the right place for you and why it was the right place for me is that getting involved can be done in so many different ways rather than just the typical ways. And by that I mean there are just so many opportunities for each and every person. There's going to be something for you, and to kind of break that down, my freshman year I joined a sorority. I thought that you had to do a sorority if you wanted to be involved. I personally can make a video on why I dropped my sorority. There were like several different reasons on really why, but ultimately it just was not for me, and I knew that. And I even knew that before I even went into the whole rush recruitment thing. I knew I wasn't gonna like it, but I did it for a year, I stuck with it, and then I dropped. And that's just me. And I feel like at a lot of universities you have to be involved in Greek life, or you have to be a part of certain clubs if you want to make friends, but that's not the case with Auburn. Greek life, yes, there are a lot of people that do it, and you can still be friends with those people even if you don't want to be, but I was involved in so many different clubs. They have so many different honors honors fraternities. I was in an honors fraternity. They have different ones through each college, or most of the colleges. I was also a pink campus rep and a part of the pink campus team, so there are always like other companies and businesses that you can like get a part of. So I was involved with VS Pink. I can't talk. Anything that you can think of. There are over 500 clubs and organizations that you can be a part of, and I was involved in quite a few of those. But just so you know, if you're going to Auburn, anything, because it's a big school, you have to be a part of a big organization to make friends. That's not true. My best friends ended up coming from roommates actually, and I do encourage you, if you are going to Auburn, to try out a random roommate, whether it's on campus or off campus. I lived on campus for 2 years in dorms, and then I lived off campus in apartments for 2 years, and I'm so thankful for that. But I made friends in so many different ways, and I think that that ultimately makes Auburn so special, because not many people have like over 500 clubs and organizations to choose from. And not only that, I also was involved kind of like in my church. There are several different churches in Auburn and Opelika, which is like the city next to it. And there are so many ways to get involved with people your age, because Auburn is a college town. I feel like so many cities that have big colleges and universities or like so many colleges and universities are in big cities is what I'm trying to say, but Auburn like really is just a huge college town, and it's a family town, and that's what kind of makes it easy to get involved, is that you literally are like on an island, but not an island with just people your age mainly. Second reason why I think that you would be so happy at Auburn University and be really fulfilled in your decision to go there is the education. Now ultimately that's the whole reason we go to college, right? And I wanted to just point out that Auburn's colleges that make up the university are some of the top colleges in the country. And also last year, Auburn was ranked the #1 school for the happiest students. And that really does say a lot. Like I said, I was in the College of Business and the College of Liberal Arts, but I also, like if you've seen my channel before, I've changed my majors so many times. I've also been a part of the College of Human Sciences. And I'm trying to think of what else. I mainly stayed between business and liberal arts because those were ultimately what I was most interested in, but I had so many friends in all the different colleges. So engineering at Auburn is huge. The engineering program, they have so many different types of engineering. I'm not an engineer, I don't know a lot about it, but most of my friends, surprisingly, in college were engineering majors, or a big chunk of them, which says a lot. And it was such a phenomenal program. Definitely, if you're interested, you can look more into it. The College of Business is one of the top ones in the nation, I do believe. And there are just so many ways to get involved with the College of Business that I wish I would have taken more advantage of. And they really do, from my experience of being in there, they really do want to see you succeed after college, which was really cool. The College of Liberal Arts has so many opportunities within it. Also, the College of Education, the College of Human Sciences, the fashion merchandising program at Auburn is one of the top ones in the nation. Auburn has a phenomenal nursing school. It is all renovated. There's a whole entire new nursing school at Auburn, like the physical building. It's super fancy. And ultimately, Auburn is known for veterinarian school. Veterinary. I cannot talk. That's why I didn't major in it. So their veterinarian program, a vet. I cannot talk. I'm sorry, I can't say that word. But the veterinarian school, I'm not even going to try how to pronounce it differently, is like one of the top ones in the entire country. And I'm leaving so many out, but there are so many. Auburn had just the whole STEM program at Auburn, like everything, like every single college at Auburn is ranked in some way, I do believe. And the professors are so well, like, they're very friendly and they want to see you succeed. You know, it's not like one of those situations where they try to set you up for failure. And I've talked about that a lot on my channel. Like, there were classes like accounting and business analytics that I struggled with, but I got help and my professors helped me, and they didn't just, you know, give up on me and tell me you need to like stop. They were actually really helpful, and I have so many friends that have kind of been through that same route with Auburn. And I just think that the education is just top tier, and it's hard work, but it's doable work, and it's something that I feel like you will never regret getting an education from Auburn University, even though I cannot pronounce the word veterinarian. So the third reason on why I believe that you will be so confident in going to Auburn University is because of the people. Now, Auburn truly is a community. You can look up the Auburn Creed and you can see what all we believe in, but Auburn really is not just a city. Like I said, it is a town, and people really do care about each other. I feel like throughout the entire town, and it's a big town, it's a college town, but it really has that community that you don't get at a lot of other schools. And I have just seen that from visiting other colleges and university. Like, there's just nothing like it, and the people are ultimately all friendly. And you know, there's a thing that Auburn students do, if you don't know, it's called War Eagle. Now, Auburn's mascot is Aubrey the Tiger, who also is one of the top mascots in the nation, but Auburn has this thing where we say War Eagle to each other. And I know the story, but I'm gonna just tell you briefly. So basically, War Eagle is our battle cry. So I know a lot of schools have a battle cry, but it dates back to when Auburn met Georgia on the football field in 1892, and there was a spectator in the stands from the Civil War. Well, in the stands with him that day was an eagle the old soldier had found on a battlefield during the war. He had kept it as a pet for almost 30 years, and according to witnesses, the eagle suddenly broke loose and began to majestically fly around and circle the field. And as the eagle soared, Auburn began a steady march towards Georgia's end zone for a thrilling victory. So because Auburn won, everyone was like, it's because of the eagle, and they thanked the eagle for the success. And so Auburn students began to yell, "War Eagle." As the game began to end, the eagle took a dive and crashed into the ground and died. Oh, sorry, that took a turn. I didn't know that part. But the battle cry, War, sorry, that was really upsetting. I thought the eagle just landed on the field. But the battle cry, why am I laughing? War Eagle lived to become a symbol of the Auburn spirit. And so every time before a football game, it's really cool. So everybody puts their shaker up in the air and they let the eagle go. And you go, "War," and then like the eagle flies around the stadium, and then it lands in the center of the field. They like give it a snack or something, and as soon as the eagle lands, you go like, "Eagle, hey," and it's really cool. So that was really corny on my part, but sorry, I can't stop laughing. Sorry, I did not know that that had a bad ending, but the people. So anytime you go like in an airport or in another city or wherever and you see somebody wearing Auburn, you can say "War Eagle." So I work for VS Pink here in Columbus now, and there are people in the office that I see have Auburn stuff, and I'm just like, "War Eagle." Next up, really briefly, I wanted to talk about Auburn, and another reason why you should love it is the food. Now, everyone knows the South really does have amazing, amazing food, and I feel like even like the city of Auburn itself and Opelika, great food options. But even like for me on campus, I don't know if everyone agrees, I think Auburn, because I've been to other colleges and universities and I've stayed on their campuses and I've had their food, and Auburn is so much better. So Auburn has like, I think it's the top Chick-fil-A in the country. Like it's literally like ranked #1. It's always busy, but they're always quick. And they have food trucks on campus of local businesses that bring their foods to campus. They have healthy dining options. There's this place called Wellness Kitchen that has like basically gourmet food, and it's so good. There's like cafeteria style food. There's just pretty much anything you can think of. And I think that's something that you don't realize while you're there, but Auburn really does have the best food. They have like Starbucks and like coffee and like everything, you know, like I know a lot of universities have that, but yeah, so the food's really good on campus if you're like a picky eater or have certain like diet restrictions. Auburn has those types of restaurants to cater to that. I cannot talk today, sorry, as you can tell, but kind of going off of that, like saying like the food and the layout. So also Auburn's campus is like really big, but at the same time it's close knit, and I actually have a map right here to kind of show you. So Auburn's campus, so like this is the campus, but then also right here is downtown. So if like there's something that you want, like there's boutiques, there's like bars and restaurants, there's food, and just, which is a restaurant, there's all kinds of stuff, and it's all kind of connected together. And the stadium is pretty much almost in the center of campus, which makes it easy. Like, you know, I feel like so many other colleges have the stadium like far off campus, but like anywhere that you are on campus, you can see the stadium. You can get to like the Auburn basketball arena, which is where I worked. And kind of going off of that, this is like an extra point that I want to talk to before I talk about the last one, is the on-campus job opportunities. I literally could give you like 50,000 reasons to go to Auburn, but I do want to talk about this. So there are so many on-campus job opportunities, and they're fun. So I worked at the Auburn Arena, where I did kind of like crew setup, so like any kind of event that was held there, mainly basketball, but also gymnastics and volleyball and any kind of other thing. And then we also did some stuff with like football game day. We were a part of the setup. Now it was kind of like a boy job, you know, a lot of like setting up and lifting and stuff, but it was so much fun. And I made so many friends through that job, and I still talk to them, which is awesome. But I think that there are so many other places that you can work on campus, like the rec center. You can be like an on-campus tutor, work in like the dining options, and just literally pretty much anything that you can think of. There are just so many ways to get involved and to work, and Auburn makes it so convenient and easy for their students, because they really do want you to put your education first, but then also they want you to get involved and make memories. And I will go back to Auburn so quick. And that kind of gets us to the last point, which is the tradition. And I know I talked about War Eagle. That's a huge tradition with Auburn, but there are so many traditions. Like, it's a very traditional school, but at the same time, it evolves so much in such a way that it makes you just never want to leave. And I know that's crazy, but by my 4th year, I talked about this in a video last week actually, I didn't want to leave because I had gotten so comfortable with it. And another tradition that Auburn does is rolling Toomer's Corner. So Toomer's Corner is like between the campus and downtown, and there are these huge trees, and if you win a game, you go and roll the trees downtown, and it's just a fun tradition. And you have Tiger Walk, which is where before the football games, the football players walk down and, you know, all that stuff. And I talk about this stuff to other people that have gone to other schools, and they're like, we don't do stuff like that. Yeah, so Auburn is just, like, you don't realize it until you hear, like, I'm not downing any other schools and their education and all that stuff. I'm just telling you why Auburn is just, like, amazing, and it's just so great, and I'm so thankful that I went there. The city of Auburn itself, they don't like to build super high-rise buildings because they want you to be able to see that it's like a town, so that's why Auburn is kind of like flat laid, and it's not like a city, so you're not going to get like skyscrapers and all that. You're going to be able to kind of see across the whole campus and town, and it's just phenomenal. And kind of going off that, this is kind of scattering it around, it's not that far from other things, so it's about an hour and a half from Atlanta, Birmingham, not that far from Nashville, not too far from like New Orleans, because like people go there on like their formals and stuff, not far from the beach. You just have outlets to other things if you want to get out for a weekend, which is what we did. We went to Atlanta some. I could go home some because I'm from like the Florida-Alabama line. Honestly, like there are so many successful people that have graduated from Auburn, and I have like a list of them, and some of these like I did not know they graduated from Auburn. So you have like Charles Barkley, of course, Bo Jackson, Cam Newton, Tim Cook, who's the CEO of Apple, Octavia Spencer. I did not know Lionel Richie went to Auburn. I don't know about that. Taylor Hicks from American Idol. There's just tons and tons. Jimmy Buffett. Did he really go to Auburn? I didn't know he went to Auburn. That's cool. But yeah, like tons of people that are just amazing. That's really cool. I didn't know that. So yeah, and I think that Auburn's just such an amazing place, and I encourage you to look into it if you have a certain major that you're looking to. Like, I don't know a lot, but I will be willing to like do the research for you and help you get connected with like an Auburn person in that college or whatever to help talk to you about your future home. And so thank you for watching this video. Again, there's so many other reasons why you should go to Auburn, but thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all in my next one, and let me know what else you want to see regarding college life or anything else. And War Eagle.